It's finally time again to send another of our master routes into the completed pile. This time, Pirate Doom 2 by Darch, the 2024 Cacoward winner. New people to the channel may not know, but we rank each of the maps from F to S that we have covered on the weekly series, starting with Map 1, Drunken Sailors Early in the Morning. Now, usually I'm very lax with map 1s. It is very rare for me to give them anything but a C ranking, usually because map 1 is just the first impression your series gives off. It's typically never expected to be the best map of the series, and you hope that it's not going to be the worst map either. That's sort of where we're sitting with this one, so it's going to go right in the middle of the pile with C ranking. Short, sweet, to the point. Now, one thing you will notice about Pirate Doom 2 is its weakest section is actually in the beginning of the series. The world building and story really have yet to come together. As you can tell, we basically started our adventure on an island where we got ourselves a ship. Now we're basically just clearing the ship out. There's not really a lot you can tell story-wise yet because our adventure's just begun. But don't worry, it's gonna get there and it's gonna hold our attention for a long time. Right now, just see. Next up was Map 3, Whole Lot of Grog. Well, we cleared the top of the ship. We should probably clear the inside too. However, this map also debuted the imps into the series, as well as everyone's favorite Gatling gun. Definitely a step up from the two that we've seen so far, B ranking. That brings us finally to the first of our fully fleshed out maps. This is map 4, the Beachside Bastion. And as you can see, right from the second this map starts, you're pretty much pinned in by everything. For a while, your main enemies are just going to be the hit scanners, imps, and pinkies. And honestly, the series works perfectly fine with it. Now you have fully fleshed out locations, like in this case, an entire fortress with moving parts. This one's fun to explore. A ranking. Next up, we're going to come to Map 5, Skullport. Oh boy. Probably for many people, this is likely where they're going to really get hooked into a series, because if Map 4 didn't set the stage with atmosphere and exploration, this one is going to hammer it home. As you see, you've got entire crate rooms that you can actually climb and jump around in, which is required for one of the secrets even. So much to see and do in this map. The only thing holding it back from an A for me is because two of the secrets, literally you have no idea where they are. Now map 6, this one is the only one that slides down a little bit in quality for me, but the only reason for it is so many hit scanners in the beginning of this map with so little health to offset it. As you can see, this is me running around like a chicken with my head cut off and still can't get out of the initial area. The difficulty is astronomical on map 6. But then we get to one of the neatest gimmicks of Pirate Doom 2, and that is boss stages. There are actually a series of, I believe, 4 of them that we're going to experience throughout this. This is the first of the 4. So, as you'd expect, being the first of anything, it's likely to get about a C ranking from me, because it can be improved on. But I will say, this is a fun fight. It's just jarring when you're used to exploring and finally get hit with one of these out of nowhere. As you can see, 3 Mancubus on lifts, chaotic battlefield. Next up, we finally reach our first masterpiece of the series, Treasure Dig. My gosh, I cannot praise this map enough. Very cleverly hidden secrets behind waterfalls, some hidden out in the open. It debuts new gimmicks like the shovel and actually digging, which does play a part in more maps than just this one. On top of that, we finally get the blunderbuss, aka the super shotgun of the series. And we get everyone's favorite enemy that they love to hate, the Archvile, finally making his appearance as the Witch Doctor. This map is beautiful. It has plenty of things to see and do. S. Next up, we have map 9, Bulletstorm Fort. And if Stronghold had a Pirate Doom 2 equivalent, this is it. Holy cow, enter the Chain Gunners into the series. And they entered the Chain Gunners into a series on the same map that we had about 1,000 shotgun soldiers and zombies, it felt like. My gosh, bullets will be flying everywhere in this map as you try and clear the castle. You have strong weapons to do it with, plenty of health, just get a good position, take out plenty of grog, and get to work. Fun map, A. Next up, map 10, Yield Shipyard, and I still will petition that this is one of the hardest maps of the entire series. It takes everything that Bulletstorm Fort was and just expands on it exponentially, adding in the Cacodemons and the Lost Souls on top of everything else we have to deal with. But it also debuts one of the most fun and spammy weapons of Pirate Doom 2, and that is going to be the cannon. Literally just get this thing, hold the button down, and I swear to goodness, it is one of the fastest shooting rocket launchers in Doom I've ever seen. Why we can't have that in our series, I don't know. Excellent challenge. Next up, we have, in my opinion, my absolute favorite boss fight map. The Spire Mastermind has finally entered Pirate Doom 2, and this is a concept taken right out of my Arachnophobia WAD prototype. Literally the map that I designed back when I still had access to a computer and Ultimate Doom Builder. My gosh. To see this concept come to life by an actual excellent Doom mapper like Darch is outstanding. S all the way. You, Spire Mastermind, Super Shotgun, fight to the end. Next up, we have map 12, Undersea Haven. My gosh, this is easily the magnum opus of Pirate Doom 2, at least for me. Not only does it give you the full vibes of Struggle the Antaresian Legacy, not only do you have actual moving assets in the fish aquariums all over the place around you to give you just the perfect feel of escalation, but we've also got Crusher traps that actually make sense in this map. You've got the debut of the Revenants, so yes, the Parrot Party officially starts here in the series. You've got secrets that actually are kinda tough to find, but also make sense, and everyone's favorite octopus just sitting out in the ocean waiting for its own spotlight, hopefully in Pirate Doom 3. This map has it all. S. Next up, map 13, Belly of the Whale, and we are going to be riding this momentum train all the way into oblivion because we have reached the strongest section of Pirate Doom 2. We had to find a way to get back to the surface, and it looks like the whale, shark, is going to get us there. Fall in the digestive fluids, and you are going to have a heck of a time getting out in one piece. Also, everyone's favorite meatball has finally made its appearance in Pirate Doom 2, and it's just as irritating as you'd expect. S. And that brings us back to shore. Now that we're finally out of the whale shark, we get to Tortuga Island, which actually is in the shape of a turtle if you look at the map. Now that we finally have cabinets that we can open, areas that we can explore, and more cannons than we can fire at revenants, this map has everything and keeps the momentum strong going forward. It also brings yet another of our Doom favorite enemies back into the Pirate Doom 2 series. Right there on his wanted poster, the Hell Knight is here. Easy, easy S ranking. Love this map. Very difficult too until you get the cannon. Easy S. Next up, we have map 15, and like most map 15s, this one is the gatekeeper of the series. A literal final exam of everything we've experienced up to this point, and it also introduces a lot of the new wacky key mechanics. So in Pirate Doom 2, you have the yellow and blue key, the red skull key. You also have a shovel as a key, voodoo powder as a key, and a statue head as a key. Literally, this map has pretty much everything in Pirate Doom 2 in one place. And don't for a second believe that's all, because we also get ourselves the Grog Spitter, aka the plasma rifle of the series, and brand new enemies. Literally custom to Pirate Doom 2. The cannibals are here, aka the Wolfenstein replacements, and these things are crazy. S. Moving on to our secret maps, which are, fine. They're definitely above average, both of them. Now, this is where a lot of creators either blow things out of the water or fall on their face. Luckily, Darch did very well with the 2 secret maps. I have a bit of a vendetta against this one. This one took me forever to record. It is basically a giant deathmatch arena built in the shape of an island, with a spider mastermind as your grand opponent near the end. B for me. Leading us on to map 32, the House of Voodoo, which, in my opinion, was the better of the 2 secret maps easily. Not just because we finally get introduced to the cyber demon of the series, and not just because we finally get the grog bombs, aka the BFG 9000 in the series. This one is just short, doesn't overstay its welcome. As you can see, it is fierce. The first real Pirate Doom 2 map that actually plays like a traditional Doom map, and I love it. I just wish there was more of it to love, because I think you can do this map in about 5 to 6 minutes. Next up, we have, in my opinion, the weakest map of the entire series, and that is map 16, the Fire Cult. For some reason, it just feels like this map is incomplete. I don't quite understand what was wrong here, but for some reason half of the map just feels empty. The entire map is nothing but cannibals with one archvile, and that is it. There's plenty of fire aesthetics. You rarely ever fall into the fire. I don't know, it just felt like this one was unfinished for some reason. I wish I could rank it higher, but Next up, we have map 17, Grog Waste. Don't worry for a second, because Darch is on top of things, and Grog Waste is outstanding. Literally, as advertised, grog everywhere, and if you fall in there, it's going to be just like Belly of the Whale. You're not going to be able to move, and you will melt until you are part of the grog. This map is nuts. Combat everywhere, very close quarter fights, and very, very well-hidden secrets, as you can see here. This map is outstanding. Easy, easy A for me. And that moves us on to the next of our boss fights. This is map 18, Bounty Hunt. Besides the cleverly hidden Donkey Kong Country reference in this map, play it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. This introduces us to the series Barons, and believe me, these are not the bullet sponges that you're used to. These Barons are basically miniature cyber demons, because they shoot cannonballs, and they are quite quick. As you can see right here, just like before, they take forever to take down, except the fact that you're just constantly dodging unpredictable cannonball fire. These things are nuts anytime they show up. Easy A. Bringing us on to the hardest map at this point of the series, and that is map 19, Chess with the Queen. I'm almost wondering if Darch created this map as a replacement to the original Ultimate Doom final map diss, because I'll tell you, that's kind of how this one plays. Everything ultimately leads you up to a grand finale fight with the Spire Mastermind, but this map absolutely plays like it should be the final map of the series. It is brutally difficult. I love it. Easy A. Next up, we have Dead Fish Swamp. Don't worry, everything screeches to a halt with this one, and not because it's a bad map. It isn't. This map just makes you have to slow down and figure out what in the world you're doing, because all of this toxic pit that you see immediately slows you to a crawl. So if you fall in, you likely are not getting back out in one piece. You have to plan your routes carefully through this map, or you will not make it. Hop from lily pad to lily pad to escape intense combat ambushes coming at you from both sides of the cavern. Get the grog spitter and pray that you get the jump on them before they sneak up on you. Easy B. Leading us on to map 21, the Tavern Brawl. This one rivals the Warehouse with the Spire Mastermind as the best of the boss fights. Easily, this is everything it is advertised to be. Throw in the Cyber Demon, hit scanners, and all the big baddies of the series so far, and best of luck to you. We'll give you the Grog Spitter, and that's about it. Have fun! This map is absolute chaos, as you'd expect a Tavern Brawl to be. Easy S. Next up, we have the other magnum opus of the series, and personally, my favorite of the series. It's constantly with me between this one and Undersea Haven. They both kind of tie for me as my favorite. I really can't pick between one or the other because Undersea Haven is underwater, this one's above. As you can see there, in the general store, you literally have a shovel just hidden in with the rest of the aesthetics. Get the grog spitter, take it out for a spin. You've also got the grog bombs back there, a grog vending machine that actually works, and so many other different rooms and buildings to explore all throughout town. I love this map. Easy, easy S ranking. Next up, we have the Lighthouse Duality. So this is the Lighthouse Part 1. And if you cannot see a doggone thing, don't adjust your sets. That's literally how it is. Someone finally created a successful dark map in Doom. And my gosh, this one is tough for me because the ambushes are fun. They're very tricky. It almost acts like the Sunlust map of the series. But if only you could just see things better. My gosh, I could rank this so much higher. For me, it has to be a C. But don't worry, the Lighthouse Part 2 takes that and launches it into the stratosphere because this is outstanding. This is basically a boss endurance match. You start with the Rocket Barons right from the start. Then you have to fight your way through Spire Mastermind ambush. Then you've got yourself the Archviles to deal with. And then at the very top of the lighthouse, you have the Gatekeeper himself, the Cyber Demon. It is honestly a multi-stage boss fight from one end to the other, and I absolutely love it. Bedlam and pandemonium is everywhere in this map, and somehow they even crammed in every single weapon in the game. Easy S. Next up, we have the map that I actually have no idea how to rank. This is the Flying Ghost Ship. And my only issue with this is I want to love it and I can't love it, and I wish I could love it because it is beautifully designed. But something about this just completely disorients me. It's not the webbing, it's beautifully designed, but hard to see in. It's got specters everywhere, but it should. It's a ghost ship. It's got doors that don't work, but it's a ghost ship. It's got enemies in the most random locations, but it's a ghost ship. Anyway, Cannibal Island will pick right back up where that one left off, don't you worry. If this ambush looks absolutely bonkers to you, don't worry, it is, and it's literally the very first ambush in the map. This map is crazy. The difficulty is astronomical. They start you out with the BFG 9000, aka the Grog Bombs. That should give you a clue. And you see that giant volcano? You have to climb and jump in that thing. Easy, easy A. Leading us on to easily the hardest map of the entire series. So you had map 6, that up to that point was the hardest. Then you had map 10, the old shipyard, that was the hardest up to that point. Then you had 19, Chess with the Queen. This is the hardest map of the entire series. There is none that are harder than this. Hundreds and hundreds of enemies, the sprawling, cavernous, fiery pits of hell. This is, honestly, to me, should have been the finale of the series. You'll see why in a minute, but for me, this easily could have been swapped out for Pirate Doom 2's finale. Epic and huge. Easy A ranking. Instead, we had to chase down LeChuck. There he is. And don't worry, he's as vain as ever because the final two maps are literally named after him. So we've got LeChuck's Tower as the penultimate map, and as advertised, this plays like one of those Super Mario Brothers castles that you have to fight your way through, because you start at the lower level with the low hit scanning enemies, and the enemies get progressively tougher and more bulky the higher up the tower you climb. Ultimately, get yourself to the very top, where you'll finally find yourself a red door leading to LeChuck himself. This is literally an endurance fight just like any classic platforming game, and I love how he introduced all this together. As you can see, literally giving you weapons that you'll need along the way. It's fun. It's fun to fight your way through, but it's hard coming to this map after such a huge endurance run with Hell in the last map. It's still fun to play. It makes sense for a penultimate map. Easy B. And don't worry, at this point we finally tracked down LeChuck, and I am normally not a fan of final maps of any series because a lot of times people like to do the classic Icon of Sin or some variation of the Icon of Sin, and LeChuck's cabin kind of falls into that same category. However, I can tell you, all the monsters that he spawns into the arena, you're pretty much just going to ignore because LeChuck himself is going to be constantly coming after you. It's kind of hard to get him stuck in fighting with other things, and his health just seems to go on forever. He will take multiple BFG shots straight to the face and still laugh at you about it. It is an intense fight, much better than many series enders. Easy B. And that brings us to map 30, the epilogue, and like any credits map, I typically will not give these a ranking, just because sometimes you'll have someone that'll just give a simple thank you message. Darch goes above and beyond. As you can see, all of this is beautifully orchestrated and designed. I love when they let you do extra stuff after the series is over. I mean, literally just giving you the weapons, even though there's no reason to give you the weapons. Get yourself a key that's well hidden in the environment, and heck, just pick any ship you want and take it on to hopefully Pirate Doom 3 one day, because this was absolutely outstanding. Again, I love when the map makers get creative about ways to end the series with these thank you maps. This is absolutely amazing. So, putting all of our rankings together, Pirate Doom 2 ends up as an overall A. Pirate Doom 2 can be enjoyed by people from any skill level in the entire Doom community. It's got something for everyone, and the hardest maps, as you saw, with map 6, map 10, map 19, and map 27, there were only 4 of them. So you can easily work around them, and if you don't pistol start each map, you can carry your big weapons into those hard fights and just improve as you go. As always, I'm going to leave the download link to the series so you can download it and play for yourself for free. This, I would honestly recommend to anyone who loves Doom and doesn't take it too seriously, because all of these maps are beautifully designed and they are a ton of fun to play. Are you getting Sunlust difficulty? No. Do you need to? No, it wouldn't even make sense for this series. So, now, the Pirate Doom 2 playlist will be marked as complete. Go check it out if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.